Hey y'all, Darren from the Music Vault here. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit better. No. Nah, I guess that's fine. So yeah, um, new video. Pile of stuff that I've gotten in the last little bit. I have kind of been on a spending spree. Did a lot of overtime. Put money aside. Went to Florida. Bought a whole pile there. Came home. Bought a bunch down here. Now most of this stuff I got like in the bargain bins. I always comb the bargain bins. So I got 3 records. Oh, and I got this. This is pretty cool. Guns N' Roses pin. I thought that was pretty cool. What the heck? Why not? So anyways, I got all this stuff in the bargain bins. I got 3 records and a pile of CDs. I got 1 record that I paid full price for because it was brand new, still sealed. The other 2, I think I paid $1 for them. Actually, this first one I paid $2. And first one is Mick Jagger solo record. Never heard it. I don't mind the Stones. This one came out in '85. It was in really good shape. I paid $2 for it. It's on black vinyl. Lyrics, insert, cardboard insert, so it's kind of heavy duty. I forget what the heck. I mean, it'll go with my Stones collection, which I don't have a lot of. I think I got 2 or 3 records of the Stones. But yeah, whenever you go into a used record shop, they want an arm and a leg for the Stones stuff. They're a popular band, I guess. This one I paid $1 for. It's a compilation. I got it because of 1 song, but the whole album is great. It's called Electric 60s, and it's got Born to Be Wild from Steppenwolf, and this is the reason why I bought it. Fire by The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Has anybody ever heard that song? I think it's just, I love it. I think it's so psychedelic and Iron Butterfly-ish, 60s, electric acid, rock metal, whatever you want to call it. It's got Summertime Blues by Blue Cheer, Incense Peppermint by Strawberry Alarm Clock, Santana Evil Ways, Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. A couple others I haven't heard of. Oh, other than Eric Burdon and the Animals, the San Francisco Nights. I've heard of the Animals. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I think the Byrds are on here too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 8 Miles High, the Byrds. That's Jimmy Page's first band. I think they were the Yardbirds by that point. I'm not sure. And the last one, this is the mandatory pickup. I had to pick it up. Slayer, Rain and Blood. I have this on CD, but I figured $25, brand new, no shipping. Yeah, I went in and then spotted it. I'm like, I had blown a wad of money already from being in Florida. And I took my father-in-law because he's wanted a couple of albums. So I spotted it. I'm like, nah. No, the first time I spotted it, my wife and I were doing hold on. There we go. My wife and I were just out and about for the day. And then my father-in-law texted me on the Saturday or the Sunday about going to the record shop on the Mondays. Long story short, I went up and I bought it. Whatever. So yeah. So now I'll get into the pile of CDs that I just bought. Some I know the bands, but I haven't heard them before. So they were all 4 for $10. So I figured, you know what, 4 for $10. yeah, I'm gonna buy them. Especially because it's punk, and I love punk or hardcore, and I'm a huge hardcore fan. First one up is, I didn't buy this one from there. I got this one through Rox Records. Actually, I think I got this one from a trade with Scott in Inner Siege. Kingdom of Shadows. Excellent, excellent prog power metal, I guess you could call it. Heavy metal. Kind of reminds me of like Hammerfall, that kind of style metal. It's an amazing, amazing record. Actually, I like this guy. I like this one better than Hammerfall. Hammerfall's a great band, but these guys are really good. But yeah, so that's what's playing in the background. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend going to Rox Records and checking it out. Support them, and yeah. It's actually, I think you can get it on Century Media Distro as well, Amazon.com and CD Baby. So either way, support the band, support Rox and the secular, or the secular labels that they distribute from, because it'll keep the stuff flowing. Okay? Anyways, I don't know if I've showed this one before, but if I have, that's great. If I haven't, well, I'm showing you now. Brand new Candlemass. I didn't get this in the delete bin. This was brand new. I got it just before I went away, and I can't remember if I showed it. Anyways, the Door of Doom Digipack. I hate Digipacks. They always get scuffed, the covers. I like the jewel case, but the powers that be seem to think that jewel keys or Digipacks are better. Whatever. This one I got, I never showed before. I don't think. These are the only two. It's Caius and Circus Leaves Town. And the Circus Leaves Town, not when the Circus Leaves Town. I don't mind Caius. They're kind of it's Josh, if anybody knows Queens of the Stone Age, it's Josh Homme. He's in this band. I like his guitar playing. And they're not a bad band, but it was cheap. I think it was $2 or something like that, so I had to grab it. Alright, so the next pile is I got in the delete bin. 4 for 10. I got this one to fill my collection. Hatebreed Perseverance. The only I had it, I burnt it. Like I downloaded it and burnt it, and then I could never find this CD. And then when I finally found it, it was dirt cheap. So I had no choice. I had to buy it. But I love Hatebreed. Such a great band. They've opened for Slayer I don't know how many times. Or they've done a few tours with Slayer and that. I can't remember. I think I saw them open for Sepultura. I want to say that I saw them open for Sepultura years ago. And I think when I saw them, Max was still in the band, so that's going back. No, maybe he wasn't. I know. I know I saw them, but the concert, if I remember, it was a blur. I don't know why. I just can't remember that one concert. And no, I don't do anything at concerts. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. I want to remember them, but for this one I can't remember. But my best friend swears that we saw them, so. Next one up, another hardcore metallic, kind of like Hatebreed's Sworn Enemy. I didn't have this one in my collection, the beginning of the end, so I figured I will pick it up. This album I have on vinyl, and I absolutely love this album. It's so heavy and thick. 100 Demons. It's just called 100 Demons. I absolutely love this CD. and vinyl. Like, I have the vinyl. Awesome, awesome stuff. Another great band that I really love. It's kind of in the same post or the same vein as 100 Demons. All Out War. Kind of like a hardcore, deathcore kind of stuff. I have 3 or 4 albums from this band. I really like them. I really, really like them. I really like them. Yeah, I like them. This one I didn't have. I absolutely love this band as well. Swedish hardcore in the vein of Raised Fist. I don't know. For a while, the drummer of Defleshed / Dark Funeral was drumming for these guys. Mats Modin. I don't know if he's on this release or not. Great punk hardcore. Yeah, it doesn't say. Anyways, he's the only guy with long hair in the band. All the other guys look like everybody from Pennywise. This one is actually, this one I didn't get into the Delete Bin either. I got this one a couple weeks ago when I came back from Florida. Memoriam, awesome war death metal in the vein of Bolt Thrower. It's got Andy Whale and Carl Willits from Bolt Thrower. Dan Seagrave did the cover. Amazing artist. Awesome war death metal. One that I found in my local record shop that I was totally surprised. I don't know if I showed this one, was the new Drotnar. Kind of like an industrial black metal band. Really good stuff. This one I got in the Delete Bin, and that's called United Undivided. It's 4 punk bands. The Lucky Ones from here in St. Catharines. Samurai Attack from Japan. Johnny Madcap and the Distractors, and the Go Set. The Go Set's from the UK. Johnny Madcap is from the United States. Pretty cool. It's punk rock. If you like punk rock, I highly recommend that you check out the Lucky Ones. They're a local band here, and they are awesome. Steve Stumble is the lead singer, and he owns Stumble Records, which puts out stuff like the Mahonies, Knucklehead, the Lucky Ones, a lot of area punk stuff, a lot of stuff that gets signed to his label for, I guess, distribution rights and stuff like that. But yeah, just great, awesome punk rock. So I highly recommend you check it out if you like punk rock. Stumble Records. The next 3 I got from the Delete Bin as well. It's all of the same band, and that is Threat Signal from Hamilton here. They're on Nuclear Blast Records, and these guys are from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, just up the road here. So it's Threat Signal under Reprisal, which I think this is their first album. And then Vigilante. Now, if you describe these guys, they'd be kind of like a Metallic, Meshuggah kind of thing. I haven't heard too terribly much from them, but what I've heard I've liked. It's just one of those things where you like it, and it's like one day I'll pick it up, but that day never comes because there's so much out there that you'd really rather have or is higher on the list. But when I spotted those two for, like, they were 4 for $10 and I grabbed all 3 of them, I just, I couldn't go wrong. The next 2 are from the same band, crust punk grindcore from England, in the vein of Extreme Noise Terror, because it has 2 guys from Extreme Noise Terror in it, Dean Jones and Lee Barrett. A band called Disgust. And this one came out in. I got glasses on, I still can't see. I can't. They came out in the 90s, if I remember correctly. That was this one, A World of No Beauty, and Brutality of War. I picked them up. They were $15 for the 2 of them. I think that one is out of print, and on Discogs I think it goes for like $30 or something like that. Can't remember. I know on eBay, I think I saw it for a little. Yeah, I think I saw it for about $30 or $40 on. And I picked it up for, I think it was $5 or something. Yeah, I got that at Niagara Records here in the city. That's my favorite record shop. Big shout out to Niagara Records and Chris. Now the rest of the stack here. The next 3, same thing. 4 for 10. I have 2 of their albums. They're like, the people describe them as metalcore. I wouldn't describe them as metalcore. I'm not a huge fan of metalcore. To me, metalcore is like, where they try to act tough, but they have the heavy guitars with the really whiny, love you vocals, and then they throw the screams in there, and I don't know. The only band I can think of right now that is a band called These Hearts. I have one CD. I think I got it somehow, and it's totally lame. So I don't know. They're not death metal. They'd be more like a hardcore / metal band. And I know a lot of people go, "Oh, that's metalcore." No, not necessarily. It's more like hardcore with a really metallic sound that borders more metal. I would say they're a straight up metal band, not a heavy metal band in the traditional sense of the term heavy metal, but I would say they're like a decent metal band. And that would be Unearth. Hello there. Well, hello there. This one is called, this is the third LP or album disc in the Eyes of Fire. This one is Watchers of Rule. I know you can see me in the... And this one is called The March. Every once in a while I like to throw something else other than death metal on. So I'll throw stuff like this on, stuff like this, Inner Siege, just stuff like that. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Next one up, Rise Overrun, another kind of like a hardcore / punk kind of band. I think... No, I don't. This is the only one I have from this band. Oh no, I think I have their first one, or their second one. There's this one. I know that I can't remember what it sounds like. This stupid phone. Just give it a minute. Won't bleed out. There we go. I hate it when it does that. I don't know why it focuses like that. This one I got when I got the Drahtnar, straight up death metal. Malevolent Creation Memories of a Beast. This is a kind of like a greatest hits. The lead singer passed away I think a year ago. So I think that's probably what that is. But anybody that knows Malevolent Creation, they're from Florida. They've been a death metal band since the 80s, gone through various lineup changes, had a number of vocals. Brett Hoffman was the main vocalist in the band. He was the one that passed away of some form of cancer. Next up, I got this when I got the Memoriam, and that's this one, Beyond Creation. This is their first album, The Aura. I have this on vinyl, and I have their second album, was it Beyond Existence? I have that one on 2 CDs and a double vinyl. 2 CDs because one's a digipack, one's a jewel case, kind of different layout, and I ended up getting it like in the delete bin as well. The one, I think it was the digipack, and no, the jewel case. I got the jewel case. It was thrown in there 2 for 1 or 4 for 10 or whatever. So I ended up getting it thinking I didn't have it, and I came home and I remember spotted I wanted the jewel case. I didn't have this one on CD. Now I do. This is a great album, by the way. Next up, Helloween, My God-Given Right, and no explanation here. German power metal, been around for about 30 plus years. Came out in the 80s, maybe 30, almost, well, wow, 30 plus years these guys have been around. And if you know Helloween, they got a little softer, although this album isn't too bad. Heroes is a really good song. I've only listened to it, I think, twice, and Heroes is the only track really that stands out for me. That's the very first track, and that's really good. Next up, hardcore band Revenge. Never heard of it. Never heard of them. I have Discogs, and I scan the codes, barcodes at the back, to see what it is. If it's punk, if it's hardcore punk, whatever. Came up hardcore. I love hardcore. 4 for 10. Basically got this one for free, so I'll check that one out. Big fan of this band, Strife, on Victory Records. I have one album, I think, In Defiance. I think, no, isn't that the name? Oh, this is In This Defiance. What's the first one? I have it up there. I ended up getting that one as well, but I already had that one. Can't remember what it's called. Anyways, In This Defiance by Strife. Great, another metallic hardcore. This is the other album. And this one is Anger Means by Strife. Now this band, they had in there, I had to grab it, and that is Nemec. I don't have this one, Passengers. This stuff is kind of like, if I remember correctly, Threat Signal, Meshuggah, not industrial-ish, but Fear Factory. That's the other band I'm thinking of. These guys are kind of like Fear Factory. Same with Threat Signal. It's kind of like a Fear Factory style metal. And I had, again, in the delete bin, had to grab it. This is the other one, Sons of the System. This one came out in, I think that's the newest one. Pretty cool stuff if you like Fear Factory style metal. The next band, I got one band left, but I got 5 CDs from this band. I don't know if I've showed this one, but they're from Belgium, and they're a band called Deviate. I had this one already that I picked up from the delete bin at the record shop, or the movie place that I go to that sell CDs. And then when I spotted the rest of them, and I got Deviate, Torn Asunder, slipcase, and this one's a double album. I think one is a live album, so that's the album. Ooh. And then there is bonus CD featuring unreleased tracks. So really, when I got this one, it was 4 for $10. This one's technically 5 for $10 because this is a double CD. So I grabbed that one. Darkened World, Crisis of Confidence, and Thorns of the Living, all from Dutch hardcore, metallic, metal, probably more hardcore, band Deviate. Really good stuff, really good stuff. So that, my friends, is that's my video. Next video, I think I'm gonna clean up my pit here, and I'm gonna do a room tour. I think I got it to where I like it. I got no more room on the walls to put stuff, although I've got a bunch of stuff. I got a Motorhead album cover that I want to get framed and I want to throw up on the wall. So yeah, however, I just have to find a spot for it, and I think I got a couple other ones that I want to put up, but I gotta wait to see if I can get them framed. Alright, peace out, people, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you like it, comment what you don't like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you. I think I'm at 161. I'm thinking if I get to 200, I'll do a contest of some sort, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It's taking me forever to get to 161 scribes, so we'll see. Alright, see you. Peace out, people.